You were talking about pain. Like, what's the most common thing that a player comes to you and they're like, "Hey, this really hurts," or like, what's number one? I guess.
When you hear wrist pain, what is the number one thing you think of?
Like, everyone thinks carpal tunnel, probably,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. And I mean, I think I've hashed this over so many times, but there's real like systemic reasons why that happens in the healthcare system. But it's actually almost never carpal tunnel syndrome. It's always some form of tendinopathy or tendon irritation. The reason or like the mechanism why it happens is they're young, they don't focus on their conditioning or physical health. They play too much within a small time span, too soon, that irritates their tissues. And then at that point, how they get treated can really influence how long they deal with it,
mm,
right? If they go to a doctor that doesn't understand, that just says stop gaming, rest, etc., they get actually go into something we call referral hell, right? We all know ELO hell, but it's referral hell to the orthopedist, the neurologist, no idea. Versus if someone just understood, hey, I actually have the time to evaluate what they do. He hasn't been moving for the past like 5 years. Probably do some basic exercises for the wrist and hand. You'll feel better.
yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I would say. I mean, that's like the most common problem that we see. Just a form of tendon irritation, associated with what they use based on their grip, based on how they move, shoulder, wrist, fingertip, elbow, or arm, and that leads to certain muscles and tendons being repeatedly utilized or irritated over time, and that leads to some forms of pain.